Hello guys, Edge BBQ here. Thanks for joining me again. Today we'll be cooking ribs on the Weber SmokeFire. These are baby back ribs from Bob's Family Butchers. These are some of the meatiest baby back ribs you can get. They're also really well prepared already, so require little to no trimming at all. But first we do need to remove the membrane from the back of the ribs. Use a teaspoon or another blunt object, just make a little incision near a rib, get your fingers in there, grab some kitchen roll and the whole thing should pull off easily. I'm just having a little feel about the ribs, feeling for any hard bits of fat, feeling where the ribs are. You can see here that how well trimmed they are. If you wanted to do competition style ribs, you could trim a little bit more off here to make them a little bit squarer, but I'm just cooking these for my family, so I'm more than happy with how they are already. I'm using Angus and oink rubs today. I'm using sweet bones and butts and feather duster. So first of all, I'm going to go with a very thin layer of feather duster. Feather duster is primarily a chicken rub, but it works great on pork as well, especially on ribs. It's got a little bit of heat to it, which I like, because it gives the flavour a little bit of complexity. I'm going to put this front and back, and don't forget to put a little bit on the sides. Now we're going to go in for a heavier layer of sweet bones and butts. This is primarily a sweet rub, it's designed for ribs. It gives an amazing colour, as you'll see. With the rub applied, we're just going to cover our ribs in cling film and leave them an hour to come up to room temperature. We're ready to put our ribs into the smoker. I'm going to apply one last thin final layer of sweet bones and butts before we pop them in. We're cooking these on our Weber SmokeFire today. What I'm going to do is activate Smoke Boost. There, as long as they're not touching, that's it. We're going to run for a couple of hours. Okay, ribs have been in for an hour now on the smoke boost setting. Have a look and see what they're looking like. Nice. So what we're going to do now is ramp up the temperature. Oh, too much. Into that. We're going to set a timer. 30 minutes. And we'll probably give them a little spray. Our 30-minute timer is up. Let's have a look and see how we're looking. This surface is starting to look a little bit dry, so I'll give this a little spray. I like to use fruit juice. I think it adds a little bit more flavour. You can just use plain water. You can use apple juice. Cherry juice, probably my favourite. Unfortunately I couldn't get any today, so I've just gone with plain old orange and it's going to be fine. So we're on the hour mark now. Let's have a look and see how they're doing. Looking pretty nice. Give it. Over 30 minutes and we can see you again. So now at the 90-minute mark, these ribs are looking pretty good. A little spray. And in half an hour we're going to wrap these up. Okay, so here we are at the 2-hour mark. Let's have a quick look. Looking pretty good. Advanced set. So coming off. So now we're going to wrap our ribs with brown sugar, butter and honey. I apologise for the terrible camera angle. All I'm doing here is picking off any black bits that have formed on the end of the bones or little drips that have come down, anything that doesn't look nice and stuff you don't want to eat. Now I'm just gently teasing the meat back from the bones just to help promote that rib pull back look you really want. You'll notice I'm doing this all by hand. I don't like using tongs when I'm cooking ribs. The meat gets so tender it's very easy to ruin your bark or rip the meat. What I've got is some waiter's gloves underneath the nitrile gloves. That means you can handle hot meat and not have to worry too much about burning yourself. I'm putting a bit more liquid in with the ribs, just using the orange juice again. Make sure you get that foil really tight. You want it as close as you can to the ribs without ripping it. And simply repeat again for the second rack. And back into the smoke fire they go. Our ribs have been wrapped now for an hour, so it's time to see what they look like. So that one's about where I want it to be. An aeroplane went over as I was filming this part. What I'm feeling for is bend. You can see this second rack of ribs isn't quite as bendy as the first and certainly not as wobbly. So what I'm going to do is put it back in for another 15 minutes and check it again. So another 15 minutes has passed. Let's see how these are looking now. Yeah, see that's what we're looking for. A nice bend, but not quite pulling apart. That's perfect. Let's get these sauced. So here's how the ribs are looking, ready for some sauce. A little bit dark on top there, but I'm not so worried about that. I'm going to use Angus & Oink Red House, which is probably my favourite barbecue sauce. Warming your sauce up first and using a silicone brush helps to stop the brush marks on the surface. And there we have it, how I like to do barbecue ribs. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, leave a comment down below and subscribe, all that lovely stuff, and I'll see you next time.